Welcome to this journey through the river of time. This is a tarot spread that flows from the roots of the past, through the mirror of the present, and then toward the horizon of the future. And after reading the future card, we will have also the wind position. This is the energy that carries us toward this horizon. So, choose group 1 or 2 and let's begin with the reading. So, a warm welcome to those who chose group 1. So, first we have the Queen of Wands in the past position, in the roots position. So, your story is about a figure of confidence, a creativity. So this is a person with a very radiant presence. So in the past, it was either you who embodied this energy yourself, or maybe there was someone close to you, someone who served as an inspiration to you. So this queen is all about self-belief and passion and standing your own ground, the courage to be who you are without apologizing. So queens are like a mastery of inner world, as for the kings who are more like masters of commanding the outer world. The queens represent the female energy, so it's about gathering the energy within and then shining with it. So in any case, in the past, it seems that you had a strong position, or perhaps you were dealing with people who had strong position and learning from them. So maybe you were faced with situations where you had to claim your inner fire. Maybe you were challenged to discover your ability to stand tall, to be self-assured. So you inherited courage and strength, and also the ability to inspire others. So perhaps you were the one who was an inspiration for others. Maybe you started some new projects, maybe you had some successes, maybe business successes. Wands, after all, are connected with business as well. Or it may be, since we have the 5 of Wands and 7 of Wands coming, maybe this person could be someone in your life who was embodying these characteristics and perhaps even presenting a rival. So in the present position, in the mirror position, this is like mirroring your energies now, you have battles that are surrounding you. Your energy is being challenged, but this is not to defeat you, this is to sharpen you. And through these conflicts or stress, 5 of Wands can be also about stress, you will really understand what you want and what you truly stand for. So 5 of Wands is Saturn in Leo card. And this is a challenge to be who you are. It's a big question, who am I? It's very easy to say be who you are, but 90% of people don't have an answer to that. Most of us, we just follow our instincts and desires and dreams and wants, and this is what defines us, which is not true. So this essence of who I am is much deeper, and sometimes we need life challenges and battles and conflicts and conflicts with others even to really sharpen our own inner world and our understanding of ourselves. So you are in a growing phase, and you may be challenged by opposition or maybe even rivals, but it is something to make you stronger. And then in the horizon, this is what is coming, this is like the future position, we have the 7 of Wands. And this shows that the challenges will continue, but you will rise above them. So you are So throughout this reading, you are getting stronger. Seven of Wands is Mars in Leo. So it's not Saturn anymore, it's Mars in Leo. And Mars is like a strong young male, really going for it. He almost like a knight going on his mission to conquer something that he truly believes in. So this may mean that you have to defend your vision. Maybe you need to prove that you are resilient, that you are strong, that your opinion or your understanding of the situation is valid. It may be in a business place, or maybe it's even in a personal, maybe emotional situation. So you will need to stand true to your path and hold your ground and be very clear and convincing. And what will help, if we go to the wind card position, to the guiding energy, which is represented by the World card, another Saturn card. This is a card of completion and wholeness and integration. This is this higher energy that will help you go through these challenges. So this is saying that something is being concluded and something is being integrated. You are moving toward mastery of some situation. The World card promises that what seems like conflict now will ultimately lead to harmony and closure of an old cycle, an opening of a new cycle. And we are many times not very okay with that, because we need to maybe give up, or maybe we need to let go of something or someone, but thereby we find our place in the world. So the World card is about finding your ground in this world, which is sometimes a very hostile place. It's a Saturn card. It's about learning to be established, to grow a spine. And of course, it can also mean that you need to expand your territory. Maybe you need to move beyond these present struggles. There is something bigger and greater waiting for you. And then we have the Moon Oracle reading, and we will put the cards in the same position. So in the past position, in the roots position, we have the full moon in Scorpio. So your past was intense. So this may mean an emotional challenge, perhaps a kind of competition or possessiveness or jealousy situation, or maybe somebody was trying to take something from you. There was a battle. And it can be a very negative situation. It provokes a lot of fear. It can be very toxic. And so this card is telling you that in the past you had to confront your shadows and maybe let something die. Maybe something is dying, because Scorpio is the sign of death. Maybe a relationship or a situation is decaying, dying. And with that World card, we saw that actually a cycle is being concluded. So it's a very deep transformation to become less negative, to become less involved with toxic situations, and also to become stronger. Scorpio is all about strength. And also Scorpio is also a lot about power, not so much about strength, it's more about power. So maybe there is a power struggle in your situation and you need to really prove yourself and kind of win. So if we look at the mirror, at the present, we have gibbous moon. So this is right before the full moon, and this is the final stage. So it shows that you've been working hard, you've been maybe building something, creating something, maybe investing a lot in a certain relationship or a situation. And this card is saying that you're actually closer than you think to reaching your goal. So persist. Despite all the stress and drama, persist. So it's about your efforts being ready to bloom. And then in the future, on the horizon, we have the full moon in Virgo saying, bringing the lesson of self-worth, because the Virgo energy can be so perfectionistic, so critical, always thinking that something needs to be improved, always striving to improve. And this moon is saying that it's enough, you are enough. So trust your worth and release this constant need to prove yourself. Maybe this is the situation that you are encountering, the need to prove yourself. You don't need that. Success will come when you embrace yourself fully with all the imperfections. So the future is all about self-acceptance. You are already enough just as you are. And the guiding energy, it's the new moon. New beginnings, again, we have the new cycle beginning. So whatever happened, whatever cycles you've been through, a fresh start is arriving. And this is a time of renewal, of new possibilities. And a brighter chapter is waiting to unfold. So trust this fresh cycle. So you released old negativity and you are almost at your goal, and the key is to trust in the new start and know that you are enough. And then we have the past life oracle. The roots for the past position, we have trees. This is about long connections. It's about deep roots. So this is a theme of ancestry, a theme of belonging. So maybe this is what is happening. Your sense of belonging is being threatened, sense of stability and endurance. Maybe you have strong ties to family, to old traditions perhaps, or maybe you are connected with people on a very deep level. So this past energy shows that you may be coming from karmic patterns that repeat across generations. They're rooted like an ancient tree. So you inherited the wisdom, but you also inherit patterns and cycles that repeat across generations. So in the present, then, we have angels, the angels card. This shows some kind of divine protection and guidance. Maybe you feel this support. Maybe you sense some synchronicities that show you that you are not alone. You may be a person who is deeply connected to whatever is happening around you. You're a very sensitive person. You may be noticing these occurrences like nudges from spirit. And this is something perhaps that you have inherited from your lineage, from your people. And then we have the horizon, what is coming, what is appearing on the horizon, the future. We have love life. So this confirms that most likely the theme of this first group is love life, literally. It's about relationships and the heart and the feelings. So this, in any case, even if it's not about intimate relationships, your heart will be central to what lies ahead. So there may be some karmic lessons in intimacy. Perhaps you need to heal past wounds, relationships patterns, which may revolve around power struggles and competition, maybe even love triangles, and where you need to feel that you need to win, that you need to prove yourself. If we have a deep-rooted feeling that we need to prove ourselves, we will very likely attract a competition, because then we win over the competition and this enhances our ego. So this is basically the point of love triangles, the winning. So this card may point to that, especially with regard to the past card with the Scorpio and the Queen of Wands, which many times can be a card of arrival. But this love card here may also actually say that there is a significant soul connection arriving in your life. So in the future, be open to love, be vulnerable, trust in the lessons of love, which is part of your path ahead. So something is being healed on the level of love and connections. And the card in the wind, that is the wind that carries you forward in the guiding energy position, is health. So this brings a new theme. It talks about wholeness. Basically, being healthy means being whole, which goes back to that world card that we had as a card of integration, as a Saturn card. Saturn can mean some issues with health. And in the tarot cards, we had Five of Wands, which is Saturn in Leo, which can mean heart issues, heart problems, in love affairs, in romantic affairs, and also physically with the heart, maybe a heartache or anxiety and tension that is felt on the heart. So you need to take care of yourself, need to be mindful of your health, which was also reflected in the Virgo card, which is all about health. So take care of yourself, don't stress, relax, take care of your heart. Otherwise, you may feel ill due to all the tension and anxiety. So what we saw here, that you are going through some kind of tension, conflict and competition to strengthen your resilience and go towards the wholeness, to stand your ground, to allow yourself also to transition into a new cycle, breaking the karmic cycle, the karmic patterns of your connections or relationships. And as with the moon in Scorpio that we had, there was a lot of negativity there, a lot of toxicity. So you are healing from toxicity. It may also be physically. So in this reading, we have the river flowing from toxins to health, by entering into a new cycle where you are going to step into a completely fresh energy and fresh beginning. You may help yourself with some healing sessions. Maybe you need to even take care of your health with your physician, whatever. But what is happening for you is you are entering into a fresh era with much more healthy and satisfied energy. So thank you and good luck. So a warm welcome to those who chose group number 2. So as for the tarot cards, in the roots position, in the past position, we have the Four of Cups. This is a card of disconnect, of withdrawal, or perhaps of an emotional dissatisfaction. It is actually a safe card. It's a kind of a safe space. It's not all negative, but it's the water element in number 4, which means the water can become stagnant if it's not flowing, and it will either go back to the number 3 with the overflow of joy, or it will stagnate and decay into the number 5, where we have the Five of Cups, which becomes a very, very emotionally difficult card. So with the number 4, maybe there is a kind of withdrawal, and especially with the number 4, which follows again with the Four of Swords in the present position. It seems that you are very much like boxed in. Perhaps you're doing some inner searching, thinking, and you need to look beyond what was happening. You need to look beyond the horizon that is being presented to you right now. And you need to nourish your spirit. Maybe you're tired, maybe you are fed up, or perhaps you literally need to heal, rest, and just be alone and recover. So the Four of Swords in the present, or in the mirror position, the mirror as in reflecting the present, this shows there is indeed a period of recovery or healing. Perhaps you were literally ill, maybe you had some condition that you need to rest and recover from, and maybe you just need to slow down and you need to step back and gather some strength before you move forward. Two cards of number 4 are quite significant, and it's important to know that resting and recovering and even withdrawing is not a weakness. It's gestation stage. It's something to be valued and cherished. We need it to restore balance and to heal old wounds. So, especially with the Four of Swords, this is a Jupiter card. It brings expansion in stillness. This is the highest god of the Olympic god that is bringing you blessings when you rest and recover. So take this pause. It's a sacred rest before renewal. And the future shines brightly. We have the Sun card, so what's happening on the horizon, what is coming on the horizon? Well, the sun is rising, and this is all about joy and clarity. And if there was any kind of emotional or physical issue even, this is all about healing and recovering. So success comes after a time of difficulty. Maybe you felt even depressed or very heavy, but the light is returning, and also a sense of vitality, and your path will be much clearer. It's a path of freedom and confidence. Also, the Sun card is all about illuminated mind. This is almost like a rational mind. In the traditional tarot cards, in the Rider-Waite version, we see a wall on this card. So a wall is like a barrier between like irrational elements. So the sun is about inner clarity, and this is what ultimately brings joy, the warmth of our truth. And the guiding wind is the Nine of Pentacles, which in a way reflects the sun, because the sun is number 19 in the major arcana section, and here we have number 9, reflecting of course the Hermit card and the 19th card, the sun. Or it's all about self-sufficiency and independence, and also it's about gain. It's about gaining something. It's about good, fruitful experiences. So your journey is about enjoying the fruits of your labor. It's about creating a life that you want. It's about fulfillment. So after this period of rest and healing, there is something bigger coming and pushing you toward. So the wind of destiny is guiding you towards abundance and self-mastery. So whatever was causing ache or sickness or depression is now clearing up, and you are going to be much, much more light and joyful and much, much clearer. more clear. And then if we take a look at the moon oracle, so for the roots we have the full moon eclipse. This is eclipse, it's about endings and it's about revelations, and something was revealed perhaps suddenly in the past. Maybe something that was hidden was brought to light and a closure was forced. Maybe you were not ready for a certain kind of closure. Maybe it was a shocking revelation. And so you went through great change, and these changes and these conclusions that you draw freed you. You are now free to move forward, but not before you go through this period of healing and recovering. And then in the present position, or in the mirror position, we have the full moon in Aries. This is a very urgent and intense card. This is about passion and boldness. Aries is a very, very young energy. He's the beginner, he's the pioneer. So it may mean that you are dealing with a person who is very bold and provoking you. Perhaps there was something like a conflict, maybe there was a friction, maybe even a fight, maybe an explosion, and now you need to heal. So there was a kind of a dramatic climax. This is suggested in the Moon Oracle. So now you need to be brave, you need to go through this by reflection, by withdrawal. So you need time to heal from this explosive energy, from this heat, and be assured, be confident in your ability to face this. And then we have the full moon surrendering to the divine. Again, a kind of release after this climax of the Aries. We have a very strong moon energies. So you need to just, it's like the cosmic energy is overflowing, and you just need to surrender and accept it. There is nothing to do. Don't struggle. Just rest with and be in sync with the divine timing. And just let go of the control and trust that divine is carrying you forward, and you will be gaining. You will be going towards pleasant and joyful experiences. So as for the guiding energy in the wind position, what is carrying you forward, we have the third quarter moon, and it's all about adjustments. So this is about balance. So balancing the passion, just allowing the closure to be here. Maybe it's just the reminder to be flexible, just go with the situation, don't fight it. Just maybe you need to withdraw, maybe you need to just relax and wait for the unfolding of the situation. So adapt to the situation, and this will help you align with the greater whole, with the greater purpose. And then we have the past life reading. So from the past life oracle, we have this oracle also to help us, guide us through the meaning of this reading. So in the roots position, we have lessons and blessings. So obviously you need to go, you went through some challenges and you learned from them. So hardships turned into blessings, cycles of trial and opposition becoming sources of strength. So you are someone who has learned resilience through difficult experiences. You are someone who knows how to learn from challenges. and find inner or hidden gifts. And in the present position, in the mirror position, we have imprisonment or slavery. This is kind of a feeling of being restricted, maybe by external situations or by limiting beliefs or some emotional patterns. It may not mean that you are literally imprisoned, but it may be some echo from past life of lack of freedom or restriction, or perhaps even being imprisoned. So maybe you feel you lack power of deciding, or maybe you resent that you need to surrender and let go and just yield and adjust to this situation. But this is the way, like accepting your lack of freedom in this moment. So maybe there is a wound that you carry about feeling trapped and powerless. So it may go together with the Four of Swords, which is the card of mind being in a box, and also with the Four of Cups, with emotions being in a box. And if we are imprisoned, of course, we are in a kind of a box. So maybe this is what is healing. So, and this healing is happening beyond your own control. It's happening when the full moon is ready to heal it. So you are breaking free from some chains. With the Sun card, you are breaking free. And maybe this is something that needs to be healed, that you will not feel bound anymore. And then on the horizon, we have the Mother card, which points to themes of nurturing and care and connection with maternal energy. It, of course, can literally represent your mother, or healing your relationship with your own mother or caretaker. It may be in this life or in past lives. It may also mean that you have a very strong karmic connection with your mother. Or maybe it is you who needs to step into the role of nurturing and mothering. And of course, in the future, we have the call to soften, to heal the maternal bonds. And in fact, the Sun card is many times connected also with a child, because children bring sun in our lives. They're like little suns showing up in our lives. So maybe this is something that you need to heal, a bond with your mother or a bond with your child, and offer love and maternal connection, firstly to yourself and then also to others. And as for the guiding energy, for the wind position, the wind that carries you towards this horizon, we have wisdom, and we have the unicorn. The unicorn is a symbol of spiritual truth and purity. So it's wisdom that is gained through experience. And this connects with the lessons card that we had before. And well, the unicorn is a magical creature, and well, it shows higher understanding. He is a kind of a horse, a magical horse maybe. So, and he has this strong third eye energy coming from his forehead. So it's about strong understanding and wisdom that you will carry forward, and this will set you free. So whatever is keeping you bound or restricted or locked in is clearing with your own understanding. Perhaps maybe you are also going to meet people who will be much more open and offering wisdom. A unicorn may be somebody coming into your life who will help you, and this may be a past life connection. So you are going into higher understanding and gaining trust and independence, and also health and well-being. So this reading shows that you faced some karmic lessons that became blessings. You learned from these lessons. And now you may feel restricted and perhaps even depressed, but these are the echoes of past lifetimes and they need to be healed. So you're healing some past life wounds concerning love and nurture, particularly concerning maternal energy. And this is going to be the key to heal and fulfill yourself. And there is a kind of wisdom that will help you, gaining wisdom and turning all these experiences into truth and light. This will help you move forward. And perhaps you will also meet a unicorn in a person or a friend that comes along. So I hope the reading resonated and I hope it makes sense. Good luck and see you next time. Bye bye.